Hey everyone, welcome to Kempner Canucks. My name is RevTrev, and today I want to dive in to the goaltending situation. I'm trying to make sense of what the Canucks goaltending plan is. And as you know, today is Remembrance Day. We have taken this day not only to have a nice day off, but also to have to rest, reflect, remember about the sacrifice that so many Canadians did for our freedoms, and we are grateful, absolutely grateful for each one of them, and those that had served and sacrificed in the past, and those that are also doing that in the present. So we take our hat off to all of those that are serving and have served. So happy Remembrance Day. I don't even know. You can't even say that. It's not a happy day. It's just it's a day to remember, to honor, to pay respects, and to never forget. Never forget. Hope you guys and girls are having a great day. So we want to dive into some of the things in Canuckland. And last video, something's on my hat here. Last video, we talked about how Patrik Allvin announced that Arshdeep Bains and Amon and Silovs have been assigned to Abbotsford, and not only did they get assigned to Abbotsford, Silovs played last night, and that is the weird piece to it. So we were all surprised that he was going there, and then he starts. So he beats Bakersfield, and here's the thing: Bakersfield's not a great team. I think we won 4-2. I can't remember how many saves he had out of that. Let me just see. There's probably something here. Yeah, 23 saves out of 25 shots, a .92 save percentage, and gets the dub. So 2 goals against and one goal one start this season in Abbotsford. Now, descending down to Abbotsford was absolutely surprising to me. I was shocked to see us go down there after the 7-goal debacle against the Edmonton Oilers. It's like, I thought they were going to give him the next shot. Not that Lankinen was a bad goalie. I think he left 2 in that I wish it probably would have been able to take back as well. But here's the thing, everyone. Here's the thing. I thought Silovs was going to have some starts this week. And next thing you know, Patrik Allvin announces that Lekkerimäki and Ty Young, goaltender Ty Young, the youngest goaltender in our system, has been recalled from Abbotsford. And it's kind of surprising, if you ask me. It's kind of surprising. And so part of me is kind of trying to figure out why that happened. Young is on a 3-year contract. He's 20 years old. He just turned 20. He makes $825,000. Yuri Patera is 25, only makes $775 for the next 2 years. And Tolo Pilo is on his last year of a deal. He's in an RFA coming up. He's 24. And so I want to just show you here just a little bit about the Abbotsford situation. And I'll take this down. Just a reminder, I love doing Canucks content that is passionate, realistic, and honest. So if you like that kind of content, please hit the like and subscribe, and also follow me on my socials, Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube. Follow me at Kempner Canucks. I'd appreciate it. So let's dive in. Let's dive into that, and I'll bring this up for you guys and girls. Hope that everyone's doing great. There's some people in the chat already. I just want to touch base with you in a second, but I want to bring this up and show you. So last night we talked about the Silovs, played the game. Here, there's the stats from game one. But look at Patera has had 7 starts, and so has Tolopilo. And if you look at these numbers, Patera has let in less goals, but has played less minutes, and also has gotten the shutout in Abbotsford. But look at the goals against average Patera has, and Tolopilo, like 3.71. That is not great great there. And look, Silovs in his first game, it's already like 2. He's already dropped it down, so that's pretty exciting. Only 2 wins out of those 7 for Patera, 3 for Tolopilo, and 4 losses for Tolopilo. So not that Vancouver or Abbotsford's having the greatest start, but look at this. Tolopilo, 8.51 save percentage. Wow. Patera close to basically 900 there. So 899. And man, you're just looking at this, guys. You're looking at this. No wonder they took Silovs. They're like, we need some help down low. And so they bring up not Ratu. They bring up Leckermacki, who's got 7 goals in 7 games, right? Is that the games? Yeah, that's games played. So 7 goals in 7 games, 7 goals, 7 points in 7 games, 5 goals, 2 assists. And he's a -8 though, a -8. This team is struggling at this moment. And so if we go to standings just quickly, where are the Abbotsford Canucks? They would be Pacific, and they are 5th. So here Calgary is smoking everyone. 11 wins, 3 losses, absolutely on a tear. Everyone, 48 goals for. Look at Abbotsford's only 35 goals for. This is craziness. So yeah, they need some help. So they bring down Silovs for some goaltending help. As you can see, they need it. They absolutely need it. So, that's just an interesting move. So then let's talk about Ty Young coming up to Vancouver, up to play for Vancouver. Like, is he going to see game action? And so when I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, I guess Lankinen's going to start against Calgary. Okay. And then who starts after that, right? Like, who gets there after that? And that is the big question. Like, are they going to play Ty Young? Is Ty Young just there as the backup situation? Like, why wouldn't you bring up Patera? And so if there's something that goes wrong or Lankinen gets hurt, I mean, it's Ty Young walking into the game. So that's Tuesday, and then 2 days later, it's at home again against the Islanders. Then on Sunday, right? No, is it Saturday? So Saturday they play Chicago at home and then Nashville at home. And so I'm thinking, this is what I'm thinking, is that now this is where Demko enters. He's having full practices. And so it's like Ty Young's going to be a healthy scratch upstairs. So the first game, I'm thinking it's going to be Lankinen and Ty Young. And then after that, I think it's just going to be Demko, Lankinen, and then Young's going to be in the press box. But, I mean, I'm trying to make sense of this. And I don't know what you guys see, what you don't see. We're going to get into the forward lines as well in just a second, but I just wanted to start with the conversation regarding the goaltenders and what's happening there. because you got to kind of follow the money, but you also follow the age and what. So it's just, and you know, people playing in the NHL make more money than people playing in the AHL. And it's not just contract wise, but those two-way contracts, they want to be playing in the NHL because they make $775,000 or $825,000 or $950,000. But if they play in Abbotsford, they make like $85,000 for the year or $92,000. So their goal is to be motivated to play up on the big club. So yeah, Marcus is the first guy in the chat. Welcome, Marcus. Hope you're doing well. And then Jack is here. Respect to the veterans, absolutely. Good to have you here. Glad you caught the stream. So Blazer fan is here. Good to see you. By the way, if we win our games in hand, we're in first, even with all the chaos. I think we'll be fine. Okay. That is a good point. We have to win our games in hand, and that is part of this week because we play 4 games this week. Not surprised at all. Jack says it's confusing because it has to do with the cap. I agree. It has to be a cap situation. So I just realized that Kiefer Sherwood never fights because he wears gloves under his gloves. He'd have to take those gloves off to legally fight. I didn't know that. That's interesting. I know what I don't know what young stats are from Abbotsford. It didn't have it on the site. So has he not played yet? I'm not really sure. Jack says, I think Ty Young just came up to cover for Silovs being sent down to Abbey for one day, as you have to have 2 healthy goalies on a roster at any given time. Yeah. Young was called up because he had the lowest cap hit. Okay. No, he doesn't have the lowest cap hit. Actually, it's Patera that has the lowest cap hit. So Silovs has already been called back up from what I heard. Okay. I haven't heard that yet. So, but it's all about Silovs getting minutes in or a contact thing. That would make a lot of sense if they brought up Ty Young and then they brought Silovs down to play the game, and then they're going to make Silovs play, bring him back up, send Ty Law back down, and then Silovs going to be the backup. So we'll see. Okay, so you guys are hearing the same thing. Silovs just went down for a conditioning stint, and we'll be back. Okay, cool. Monty, evening. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Canucks Daily reported Silovs was called back up today. Okay, so I'm getting some clarity. Young was in the ECHL. Oh, was he? Because he wasn't in Abbotsford. So it's the Kalamazoo, right? Is it Kalamazoo Wings, right? Kalamazoo Wings. Let's just go to player stats. Thank you for reminding me about that. I forgot. Yes, so Ty Young is there. And I'll bring this up. If you wanted to see the stats, which I know some of you wanted to see it. So here it is. Ty Young. So Jonathan Lemieux's got the most amount of what do you call it? Games. Most games, 5 games played, 3 wins, 2 goals against, 9-3-5, and no shutouts, it looks like. Okay. But look at Ty Young, 2 games, 1 win. Look at his goals against, guys. 2 games, 1 point. Oh, no, it depends how many minutes he's played. Oh, yeah. Look at the amount of minutes he's played. So, I mean, that's almost that's close to, yeah, that's 2 games worth right there. 1 loss, 76 shots. Hey, that's solid. That's a solid couple games there. That's a solid couple games. So interesting to bring him up. So thanks so much, Jax. Appreciate that. Yeah, there we go. You guys are ahead of me. Patera is one way, so he had to go through waivers. Oh, right. See, now that's part of doing the streams, getting help from the awesome fan base. So, bonus payday for Young. Yes, that is huge. Yeah, Young just boosted his resume. I'm from Prince George. Ty is a great goalie. Prince George has great goaltenders and coaches, and he can definitely play like Demko. Wow, that's awesome to know. There you go, Prince George. And I used to live in the Caribou, so I know I've been to Prince George a lot in my life. That's great. That's great to know. Yeah. So I forgot that he was from Prince George, and that's exciting. I mean, he's still super young, right? So they're trying to develop him the best way that they can. What happened to Di Giuseppe? I thought he was good for Van. Yeah, that's a good question. That's a really good question. I just think there's better players than him in the organization. Wing is really difficult to get a spot, and with Joshua coming back now and Lekkerimäki coming up, and they want Baines to be a regular, but he's got to be able to prove it, right? So, but yeah, I heard, yeah, PDG is hurt right now, and that's just something interesting to think about. And I'll just bring this up just to make sure we're correct on that. Line combos for the Canucks. Let's go here. And let's see, injuries. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about him there. What about the Abbotsford Canucks one? Let's see, team roster. And it would be DDP, right? Philip Di Giuseppe. Here we go. There's no mention that he's injured, but that doesn't mean he's not there. Yeah, Silovs is still the backup. They just wanted him to get a game in Abbey to raise his confidence. That's a great idea. Joshua, I can't wait to see him back on the ice. Just watch. Vancouver is going to instantly look like they turned up their game a notch. His back check is clutch. You know what? That's true. That's true, Monty. Here's the other thing about Joshua that we need to think about is when he was out last year, the team didn't play well. And when he played, the team played well. And I know it's not all on his shoulders, but at the end of the day, we're just sitting there going, it's more than a coincidence. Like, he helps the team. He makes us tougher to play against. He can play penalty kill. He can play on the top six, the bottom six. He's really good. As we know, he's really good. The hitting alone is excellent. And so him and Sherwood together, it's the first time I'm going to see. So I'm hoping he plays tomorrow night against the Calgary Flames. Sounds like Besser is only day to get day. No. I listened to that interview, Jax. Talk it. They're just so vague. They're like, are we ever going to, literally, this is what the guy said. The reporter said, are we ever going to get a update on how Brock Besser is? And you can just see him go, and he's on the fly trying to get it. He's like, oh yeah, totally. He's day to day, and I haven't talked to him today. And it's like, really? Can you not just say he's got a concussion, everyone? We're just treating it day at a time, and we're hoping that he'll be back sooner than later, but everything's about his safety right now. Like, just say that. And I understand when you're under the pressure, but people want to know what's going on with Brock Besser. So I don't know. David W's in the building and says the Canucks seem to have a very stacked group of forwards, but with goaltending beyond Lankinen and Demko still a big question mark. So beyond Lankinen and Demko, still a big question mark. I mean, of course, but you would say that about any team. You're not going to say, "Oh, this team has 4 incredible goaltenders," right? So Lankinen has played above his pay grade by a mile, or about 20 kilometers, I should say. And Demko, I mean, we know when healthy what he can do. We just don't know. Now he's taking full practices, so. Yeah, I think Joshua will be playing tomorrow. That's my guess. What's your guys' honest opinion of Baines? I don't think he's an NHL caliber player. I think it's too early to say. It's too early to say. When you think of a guy like Jet Wu, I think he's an AHL player, even though all the fans at Absurd love him and he brings it every night and all that kind of stuff. He just doesn't. I don't think he has the NHL body. He's not. I just don't think he'd be effective. I think Baines has the potential to be a NHLer, and that's what they're trying to develop in him. So I think it's too early to say. He's had some glimmers of real huge potential. I think we'll see. We'll see. It's too early to say it. He is a key piece, not a flashy piece, but key. Are you talking about Joshua? You're talking about Baines. I think you're talking about Joshua. Yeah, a lot of us are excited for Lecker-Mackey, but let's see how he rolls. Here's the thing what's weird is there's a lot of negativity towards Lecker-Mackey coming up, and I was quite surprised as the fan base was not happy about this. At the end of the situation that we're in, he needs to be coming up. We need a little bit more offense with Brock being down, and so that's why they brought him up. So Joshua should be in on Thursday. Demko is probably 1 to 2 weeks away. Expect a call up tomorrow, probably Baines. Well, really? Because they just brought Baines down. Brock might be back Thursday. I'm not sure. Norm, I hope you're right, but I don't think so. So let's just see. Nothing is perfect. It's in the building. Brendan Batchelor tweeted today, said he doesn't think Dak will be in tomorrow. Sad. Vancouver is the worst on. They are Fort Knox. They keep everything tight-lipped. Brock is the only question. I have no idea on him. My guess is he's still being evaluated. I think they're just waiting until he has no more symptoms. Relying too much on a given forward will only take the Canucks so far. Well, David, like you might be right. It's not like we're relying on Joshua. I mean, we've got a whole bunch of other players. The fact is that if we don't have Pettersson and Miller going, then this team's going to struggle. So you have to have your stars be your stars, and you have Besser out, and so getting a guy like Joshua back is really crucial. Man, it's a head injury. Canucks can't speak with any certainty about anything, but at least say that. Say that. They don't say anything, Michael. That's the problem. And it's not just this whole Besser thing. It's all the ones. This is what's so maddening about being a Canucks fan is they don't say anything, where the NFL just tells you everything. Yeah, he'll be out this many weeks and all that kind of stuff. So that's something interesting to think about. David, there's teams with questions all about their goal. Yes, I agree. Besser could feel fine, but not actually be fine. That's true. Baines is fine on the fourth line. It's when he's in the top six and it's a problem. My stance on Lecky is it's fine how he's up. If he's in the top six, he shouldn't be in the bottom six. Otherwise, you might as well keep him in the AHL. That's a good point, Jack. Jax says, do we think PD may have turned a corner last game? He'll actually look happy scoring. Yeah, that's the hope. That's the hope. I really hope he has, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We'll find out this week. So, just stay tuned, right? Speaking of staying tuned, let's just go back to that for a moment. I'm doing my live streams tomorrow night. I'll have my live stream, so don't miss it. It's the post-game live stream. Stay tuned here. Love to connect with you guys after the game. So they called the Brocker the Besser injury upper body, and we all know what I know. This is the annoying part, Jack. You're so right. It's like, just say it's a head injury. Vancouver answers in injury questions the same way Canadian politicians answer policy questions. No useful information. Probably no. You're probably right. I love Dallas Cowboys misery. Sorry for off topic. Jerry Jones is so funny. I mean, they're in big trouble. They're in big trouble. They should just tank the rest of the season, get the best draft pick they can, pick up some free agents. They got to get another wide receiver. Anyways, I love talking about the NFL. So, Blazer fan, if you don't know, I have an NFL channel, RevTrev NFL. If you want to check that out, go check it out. I did a video tonight. I'm a huge Packers fan, so yeah. But I love talking about the league. I'm like in the way Petey looks on the ice. Yeah, in a way he does. Joshua should be in on Thursday, though. Demko is looking great. I'm expecting 2 weeks is my guess. I just don't know when. I'm encouraged that he's got the full practices in, but I thought he was going to be back against Dallas, everyone. Thought he was going to be back to start the year. Here we are. We're in November. Almost the middle of November. He still hasn't played a game for us. Throw a dart in the air for the Besser timeline. I think you throw a dart in the air for the Demko timeline. I thought Petey looked great. I thought he played the best. I think Hughes played the best, and then it was Petey. I thought he was really good. I was really encouraged by his play. If you're going to bring up Lankinen, now it's as good as time as any. Better now than late in the season if they're battling for standings. Good point. Okay, let me just show you something here. This is what the practice Sunday's Canucks practice lines look like, everyone. So Suter, Miller, Lankinen, that's going to be your top line tomorrow night. DeBrusk, Pettersson, Garland is going to be the second line, which actually I like a lot. And then Heinen, Bluger, Sherwood, that's the same that's been out for a few games now. And then Joshua comes in with Ratu and Höglander there. And so going to give him some minutes, some reps, get him used to playing again, get him back into game shape. So what do you guys think about these lines here? And yeah, it's quite interesting, isn't it? I think it's quite interesting, these lines. All right, let's get into the chat right here. Blazer fan says the thing with Besser is at least he skated off on his own after that. Maybe it's a protocol. Yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be protocols. They got to make sure he's okay. Having Lankinen up with will give the organization a read on what his weaknesses are against the big dogs, so they can work on that. Nabby. That's a good point, Michael. That's a good point. Skating off on your own is better than getting people to help. Yes. Yep. Yeah, I saw that today, David, that Flames winger Mantha would have knee surgery and thus not play another game at least before the 2025 postseason if the Flames can disclose injuries. Why can't the Canucks do the same? You're 100% right, man. You're 100% right. Would you like to see the Dak, Garland, Blue Norm? I actually, the line I want to see is Joshua, Pettersson, Garland. That's what I want to see. So I've seen the Bluger one. That's a good line. Could always go to that. I just don't think they have the depth right now to do that. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe they will. Maybe they'll go back to that. What works. Jack says with the Besser situation, we won't know until he enters concussion protocol. After that, it's usually 5 to 7 days. Wow, that's a bit. Monty says he likes those lines. I think they're a lot better than the Saturday lines, to be honest with you. Flames are safe to disclose Mantha's industry because there's no chance of other teams exploiting it for the season. You're right, Michael, and that's exactly why they're doing this. But in the NFL, they disclose everything, and people aren't going after knees and going after shoulders, and they're just playing football, and it's a physical sport. That's the thing. It's like, oh, he has a knee injury. Are you gonna take your stick and hit his stick? Are you gonna try to put pressure on that? Like, if it's a head injury, are you going to go try to punch him in the face? Like, what is the deal? And I think there's a code of conduct that most players will adhere to. So I still think it's a whole bunch of bogus that they say upper body and lower body. It's stupid. Just say he broke his wrist, or just say, he's got a rib injury, or just say he's got a hamstring injury. Like, just say it. Just say it. So, yeah, we really need to win tomorrow. Our home record is garbage. We need to I think we're going to win 3 or 4 of the next 4 games. That's my prediction. So I'm expecting the Canucks to go on a heater in these next 4 games. So we'll see. Jax, Flames on second of a back-to-back. So should win. Should. It's one of those things. It's like, Canucks, you better win. You better win. Like, this is a big game because it's 2 points, but it's a division rival. It's someone who is trying to figure out their identity.